It is Super Saturday NRL Finals edition. Now, first of all, you know what to do. Push the subscribe button, like our videos and comment, and let us know if you are fading or you are backing our tips this weekend in week 1 of the NRL Finals. Now, let's jump right into it. First game of the afternoon will be the Melbourne Storm hosting the Cronulla Sharks. Now, a huge line in favour, obviously, of Melbourne here at 10.5, and I'm a little bit weary of it, to be honest. Obviously, earlier in the year, in round 10, the Cronulla Sharks went into Amy Park, played a fast style of footy and wore down the middle of Melbourne and got away with a 25-18 win. So that's the first red flag for me. And then you have also how the Sharks have been losing when they have been losing games. Earlier in the year, there was a couple of blowouts, but they find things up with their defense and have been keeping matches close even when they've been losing. Their last 5 losses have been by 8 points or less. Then you look at how this game's going to be played. It's round 1 of the finals, and it should be a really strong defensive battle against two teams that have been playing very good defensive football. Both teams average less than 18 points against in their last 10 games of this season. So focusing on defense, because as we know, defense wins championships. Then you also have the fact that, okay, if this game is going to end with a low score, obviously pushing towards the under 45.5 points, it should keep this margin a little bit closer than double digits, and we might see Melbourne win, but they won't win by 10 points or more. So look to take Cronulla to cover as the underdog and take the under 45.5 point game total. Game 2 of Saturday's NRL Finals action is North Queensland hosting the Newcastle Knights up in Townsville. Now, there's some pretty strong trends pushing towards a North Queensland Cowboys win in this one. You have a look at 4 of the last 5 games between Newcastle and North Queensland. The Cowboys have come away as victors, and they also haven't beaten the Cowboys up in Townsville in 8 straight games dating back to round 2 of 2015. So for me, this game is going to be most likely a tight affair. It looks like it's going to be a shootout. We've got two teams that are very strong at the moment in attack, and we all know how the Cowboys can lapse in defense, and also the Knights when they play stronger top 8 teams. So for me, if you're looking at it, the over is very, very juicy in this game at just the game total of 43.5 points. So I like the over. But when it comes to the margin being 6.5 in favor of the Cowboys, I'm a little bit weary because I think this game could come down to a last score. I do believe the Cowboys will get there, but it could definitely be a high-scoring shootout where the home team does get on top. So lock in the Cowboys just at the money line and maybe pepper it a little bit with a unit or 2 extra because of the low odds. But stay away from the 6.5 point line and then take the over 43.5 on the game total. When it comes to try scorers in both of these games, you got to take informed players when it comes to finals footy. And in the game 1, it's definitely Xavier Coates, who has scored 8 tries in his past 8 games and is phenomenal at Amy Park. Game 2, I like Val Holmes. He knows how to play under pressure and has also scored 6 tries in his past 5 games. So there are your 2 try-scoring tips, and there are your best tips for Super Saturday Finals edition. Now remember, gamble responsibly and happy punting.